is a man widely regarded as the greatest master of the slack key guitar in the world, on the planet Earth. Makana is currently touring in support of his latest album, which is called Ripe. Played to a very enthusiastic crowd at Benaroya Hall last night. So even though, he said that he couldn't believe it, the show was almost sold out. Nice. But even though he played a sold-out show last night, he came in to visit us this morning, that's a very enthusiastic guy who just loves sharing his music.
Yeah, that's rare.
He has performed at the White House. He's performed on 3 Grammy-nominated albums, including the soundtrack of The Descendants. Remember that movie about Hawaii?
Great movie.
George Clooney tries to convince us he's a native Hawaiian. I didn't buy it.
He was
I got to ask you about that. Yeah, but he was like the greatest Greek non-native Hawaiian I've ever seen. Anyway, a lot of people from Hawaii hated that movie, but I don't know if Makana will tell us about that. Anyway, Makana is. I want to ask you. Let me just bring you up. Which island?
Oahu, born and raised.
Born and raised Oahu?
Yeah.
You were probably born in the same room I was.
Kapi'olani Hospital?
The Pink Hospital?
Oh, no, that's a tripler, yeah.
Yeah, you weren't born there.
No,
they born
that's
Hollywood
military
over there,
family.
Yeah.
That's military families.
Yeah.
I thought that was everybody, no?
Some people in the military think that's everybody, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what we think we're everything
That's
that
off
way.
to a good start.
This is good. So you probably hated George Clooney, too, right?
No, I didn't. In fact, one of the great things about that film, as a local person from Hawaii, was that it portrayed local people in a very accurate sense, I thought.
It did. Okay.
It didn't make a Hollywood version of us. I mean, we were watching and I was going, wow, I thought this was going to be cheesy in Hollywood. It was really accurate. And what I loved about it was, in the end, he didn't sell the land, which is so great.
Oh, spoiler alert.
It's been 5
Jody's
years.
very upset.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
No, sir.
I can also tell you who wins on Sunday, but hey.
Anybody who didn't like that movie in honor of Hawaii is missing the fact that Hawaii was the star of that film. It wasn't even George Clooney.
Yeah,
well, here's
sure.
what I like. And by the way, I didn't agree with the people that thought they didn't.
Yeah.
There's some people I know who are so in the fields that they didn't want it shown in a movie. You know the type.
Yeah,
But-
the kind that move there and then they're like, we're Kama'aina.
Yeah, that's right.
You tourists, get out of here.
Well, part of why, and tell me if this is right, is that there's still lush, unspoiled beauty, large tracts of incredible future sandalwood Club Med resorts that nobody's
inclusive?
putting hotels on
Right.
as fast as they can.
It's a constant battle with developers.
Yes.
Constant.
The
And
whole-
the zoning committees and everything. I mean, it's heavy.
Developers are the terrorists.
In a way. I
In
mean,
a way,
it's
and
my
the friendly terrorists with nice swimming pools and all-you-can-eat buffets. But
I mean, there's a point when it becomes like you're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I mean, there's enough. People start going to Mexico or something if they don't stop developing. I think it's getting out of control. I mean, the main thing is when you go there, you want to feel like you're in Hawaii, not just at some beach.
Right. So the beautiful part of that story is that there's this beautiful, unspoiled land that a family owns, and then, of course, someone passes away, and it could be split up amongst the kids, or it could be held and preserved forever.
That's true. And that place in real life was, in history, very interesting because when JFK was assassinated, they took Jackie and the kids there and hid them there in that area of Kauai.
I didn't know that.
I feel like that's not a spoiler.
No. Kennedy was
died?
killed?
What? Oh.
That's good. So, Makana, you grew up on Oahu.
Yes, born and raised.
And what sort of heritage do you have in terms of your ancestry that means something to you?
Yeah, so my ancestry is all kind. My mom was Miss Hawaii International, and she's actually French Chinese. So I got French Chinese, I got English, I got Polish, I got Norwegian, I got Irish, and I got Native American. All mixed up, brah.
So
Yeah.
what do you check? What box do you check?
Box do you
Check, please. Czechoslovakia. I don't know.
And the music of Hawaii just became important to you, and your guitar. Now, how did you learn how to? You have a Takamine guitar there, a little acoustic.
Yeah, it's an old beat-up guitar, but she's been with me many years.
This
and-
is your Lucille. This is your.
Oh,
do you have a
yeah.
name for it?
Yeah, Evening Star.
Evening Star. Nice.
The Slayer.
Where do you practice? Like, do you sit in a beautiful spot next to a
No, I
waterfall?
don't practice.
You don't.
Nah. I mean, in the early days, I used to practice 17 hours a day, but now it's like, it's something that it has to just be spontaneous. It's like breathing for me,
just
playing guitar. Yeah, I just pick it up when I need to say something.
You're not against practice. Early days, 17
Early days,
hours a day.
you have no life. All you do is play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's listen now. You are famous for a couple of things. First up, the movie with the Descendants. You were also picked up by the Occupy Wall Street music movement. One of the songs that you did was something they resonated to. And tell us a little bit about that, and you're going to play it, right?
Yeah, back in November 2011, I came back from New York, and there was this New York Times article, and it said, the movement lacks a melody. And I was like, what the heck? So I wrote this song, and then about 3 days later, I was at Long's buying toilet paper, and the White House called. And I was like, whoa. And they're like, we'd like you to, the Obamas wanted to invite you to play for a World Leaders Dinner at the APEC conference. Wow. And I was like, okay, that's cool.
So do they need toilet paper? Because I'm here.
I'm busy buying toilet paper.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, what's the name of the song?
This is called We Are the Many.
We Are the Many. Here's Makana.
Ye come here, gather round the stage. The time has come for us to voice our rage against the ones who trapped us in a cage, to steal from us the value of our wage. From underneath the vesture of law, the lobbyists at Washington do gnaw. At liberty, the bureaucrats guffaw. And until they are purged, we won't withdraw. We'll occupy the streets, we'll occupy the courts, we'll occupy the offices of you, till you do the bidding of the many, not the few. You enforce your monopolies with guns, while sacrificing our daughters and sons. But certain things belong to everyone. Your thievery has left the people none. So take heed of our notice to redress. We have little to lose, we must confess. Your empty words do leave us unimpressed. A growing number join us in protest. We occupy the streets, we occupy the courts, we occupy the offices of you, till you do the bidding of many, not the few. We'll occupy the streets, we'll occupy the courts, we'll occupy the offices of you, till you do the bidding of the many, not the few. We are the many, you are the few.
Very nice. You know, that should come up while you're trying to fill out your healthcare website. That should have that as background.
Really good idea.